Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the RC Retro channel. In this video, I'm going to finish up my vintage Tamiya Dyna Blaster build. This started out as a new in box kit. Obviously not new in box anymore because I built it, but that was in one of my previous videos. Now I want to finish it up, get the body cut out, paint it up, and put the stickers on. So I have my hobby knife. Make sure you have a nice sharp blade on here because I do like to use the score and snap method. I also like to have some curved Lexan scissors as well. I switch off between the two depending on what part of the car I'm on. I want to carefully get this Lexan body off of this nice advertisement because I want to save it. I think this is pretty cool. Another nice feature is that this already came with the wheel wells cut for you, so that's nice and easy and convenient, right? So let me get this off, let me get this cut out, and then we'll clean it up and we'll get it masked for painting. All right, and the body's cut out. I didn't screw it up. Yes! It was a little nerve-wracking. It was probably one of the easiest bodies I ever cut out, but considering that it's an original vintage body, I didn't want to screw up with the blade and slip and score the wrong area, or I actually kept referring to the manual. You probably couldn't even tell because I had it on time-lapse, but I kept referring to the manual to make sure I was cutting in the right areas. So either way, it came out great. So now I just got to take a little sandpaper and smooth down some of the edges, and then from there I'm going to wash it, dry it, and mask it up. I'm going to mask up the windows, but then we're going to go and paint this area first. Calls for gunmetal, and then the actual bed of the truck is black. So let's get this sanded and washed. The gunmetal is done, and I have to say it came out pretty damn good. I'm rather pleased and pretty proud of myself after 2 hours of masking. Damn! Alright, so on to another 2 hours of masking now, just so we can spray the bed area black. Alright, and there goes the first coat of black paint for the bed of the truck. So far so good. Just taking some deep breaths over here because I don't want to screw it up. Alright, let's take it outside for its second coat. And I am done, at least with the back of the truck. And it came out awesome. I'm super happy. I didn't even have to bust out what little I have left of the polycarbonate cleaner to clean up any bleeds or anything like that. Nice, crisp, clean lines. Alright, so the gunmetal and the black so far. Alright, now I consider that phase 1, this area. Phase 2 is going to be the red. Phase 3 is the yellow, and then phase 4 is getting the stickers on here. So, all right, on to the red now. Now, interestingly enough, original bodies, at least this one, and you are probably not gonna be able to see it, but I'm just gonna point it out, have these very faint masking lines in the plastic. And for this particular truck, the red goes to a certain point and then the yellow starts, and right where they meet is where the sticker goes over. So there really is no guessing as to where I have to mask now because all I have to do is look for that faint line. And I don't think that these are on the reproduction bodies from what I remember, because when I painted an original King Cab body, they had those very faint lines on there so you knew where to mask. But when I was painting this reproduction King Cab body up here, I did not see those on there. So that's going to take all the guessing out, make my life a lot easier, and now I'm going to move on to the metallic red. What's nice is Tamiya gives you the window masks, so all you got to do is cut them out and put them on. All right. video is done of the red metallic. The metallic red is done. I put 4 or 5 coats on. I didn't go crazy with the third coat. I kept it kind of light and continued to go light throughout because I didn't want to risk getting any runs in it. Now it's backed in white, but I am in my garage letting it dry. I was bringing it inside in my basement and letting it dry in there, but the fumes were just getting too much for my wife, and she was complaining and nagging and nagging and complaining. So finally she banished me to the garage. So I'm gonna take the masking off now and go outside and put the first coat of yellow on. Well, after days and many hours of hard work, this build is officially done. And I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. It looks awesome, but it made me realize something. It made me realize that although I've painted other bodies, maybe 1 or 2 colors, painting a body with 4 colors is quite a pain in the rear. And I did not enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it now with how it turned out, you know, the outcome of it. But painting bodies is probably one of my least favorite things to do in this hobby, and maybe even putting on stickers as well. I mean, I love to build them as far as the chassis, fitting them with electronics, tuning them, running them, fixing them, but painting, so stressful, at least to me anyways. But again, I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. It looks awesome, and it's going to look awesome on my shelf as a display. Shelf queen. I'm sorry, it won't be ran. But I have to be very honest and transparent with all of you. There are a couple imperfections on the body, and I'm going to point those out because I just wouldn't be honest and truthful, and while in the pictures and some of the quick moving video of the body it looks perfect and immaculate, it is not. So first off, originally the body comes stapled to this little cardboard advertisement, which I think is really cool, and I will eventually hang this up behind me. But also the chassis is inside of this, and then the body's over it stapled. And I guess from years of moving the kit around, and also maybe even in transit to me, it basically just slid back and forth, scuffing up the inside of the body. You see where I'm going with this, right? Well, to me, the protective film on the outside looked like it was scuffed up. And in most cases, when I get new in-box kits, you just pull the plastic protective, off afterwards. And, those scuff marks, which are on the plastic, come off, and the body looks crystal clear and beautiful, all painted up. Well, in this case, that's what I thought happened. And so I thoroughly cleaned the inside of the car with some soap and water. I just looked that way because my slop sink is right over there. And so I cleaned it, and I started to mask and paint. And then it wasn't until the very end, after all 4 colors went on, that I pulled the protective film off and realized that there were a couple little black marks, that are on the body now. And that's what I want to assume it's from the chassis sliding around in here and scuffing up the body. So I wasn't going to go crazy with polycarbonate cleaner and starting to rub out areas of the car and respray it. I just left it as is, and I just figured that there are so many stickers on this car that it would probably cover up most of those spots. And sure enough, about 95% is covered up with stickers, except for a couple little areas that I'm going to point out to you. First off, right over here in the rear tailgate, there's a, almost looks like a black scuff mark right over here. I want to say I can get creative and maybe cut out like a black sticker and just put it in here on this indent on the tailgate over here, covering it up and making it look like it's part of the car's, sticker scheme. But that's something I can do later on. Also in the front over here, where you see this metal sticker that goes on here, of the grill, if you look very, very closely right along the top edge, it almost looks like it's an imperfection with the paint, like maybe it puddled up there or ran on the inside, but it's actually one of those little black scuff marks right there, and it was really bad along this area, but of course that sticker covered it up. Also right along here in the bumper, you could still see it. It looks like it's a scuff mark on the outside, but you know, it was really bad right underneath this Tamiya sticker, so I just put this Tamiya sticker right over here, and I think that's really it as far as what you could actually still see on the car. And then also, besides those little scuff marks, I had one issue with the stickers, and of course it was on the side that I did first. I did not have that issue on the other side because I learned from my mistake. But right over here in the corner, 3 stickers meet up in this one little area, and as I was pushing them down to really try to get it, you know, flush to the car and not kind of bubbly, because the body does flare out a little bit over here, I was pushing down and pushed down a little too hard, and I guess my nail ripped the sticker right over there in the corner, and I will get a close-up of that. So when I put the sticker on this side over here, I made sure to go a little bit lighter with pushing down in that area, and obviously learned from my mistake. But for the most part, everything else, very awesome. Okay, and just to note, the driver of this car, Barfin Berry, I love that name, Barfin Berry. It just, where does Tamiya get these names from? All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. The Dyna Blaster came out awesome. If you did not see the initial build video of this, it was a time-lapse video. I will post the link to that in the description down below. But if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And for all of my subscribers out there, I just want to thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Oh, wait, before you go, one more thing. I almost forgot. I know you saw this on my table at the beginning of the video, and I'm not sure if I mentioned what it was, but this is a brand new Stadium Blitzer body. It's an original body, but there's not just one, there's 2. The person I bought it from had 2 available and was selling them with these original stickers and window masks. So I do have a Stadium Blitzer. I got this about, I want to say, over a year ago. And when I first got it, I took it out to the skate park, ran it, got some good footage, and then threw that up on my channel and kind of neglected it ever since then. So I do want to get it out on my friend Harry's track now that we have some nice weather. So I just have to fix it up a little bit, and you could expect to see a running video of this on the track very, very soon. Not sure how soon, but you will eventually see one. And, you know, I did order some new parts off of RC Mart and eBay, a new bumper, a new rear bumper, and a new actual chassis, because after a few times of running this, I will probably end up restoring it to mint condition, hence why I got the bodies and the stickers here. So keep an eye out for that in the future, of course. So anyways, thank you so much again, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon.